Do you know everything you've got, the clothes you wear, the house you live in, this microphone that's in front of me, it was all the result of somebody's vision. It's not an accident. You and I have a marvelous imagination, and everything starts with a vision.
The power of self-belief is the greatest challenge that you will ever have in your life, because the world is going to tell you you're not worthy. The world is going to tell you you're not good enough. There's going to be all of these metrics tied around why you don't fit in the person that you were built to be. I truly believe that the greatest of warriors, the greatest of champions, the smartest people in the world, power of belief was the conception to the reality. Self-belief found each and every one of them, and it may be one of the most attractive things that I've ever entertained in my life.
When I was broke, I used to go into this expensive hotel and I would order like an $8 or $9 cup of coffee. I would skip the $4 Starbucks because in my mind, every Starbucks looks the same, it's the same people, it's not a new experience. And instead, I would go to a high-end hotel close to me, right? I didn't need to book a $2,000 a night suite to immerse myself in where wealthy people were. I would just go sit in the lobby, I would order a coffee, and maybe it cost again $8 or $10, but the value for me was priceless. I would look all around me. I would check out all the people. I would see what cars they were pulling up in. I would see them hand their keys to the valet. I would try to surround myself with wealth. And I started to notice how they move, how they dress, how they walk, how they carry themselves, how they talk. And when I exposed myself to it, I started to envision myself doing the same thing. I would envision myself pulling up to the valet with a nice car, with a Lambo, and handing the key to the valet person. And I walk in and they welcome me into the hotel, right? I would start to normalize and visualize this in my mind so that I could manifest it in my actual life. You see, when you're broke and you're only around broke people and you're only in a broke environment, your mind knows nothing else but to continue to recreate that circumstance in your life. So you don't have to do this all the time, but every once in a while, regularly, pop out of your environment, go to where wealthy people are, and start to envision yourself living that life and manifest that in your life. Because manifestation is real. I know a lot of us think it's woo-woo, but that shit is real.
Wow, so your brain doesn't really know the difference between, say that again?
Between something that happened in real life or something that you strongly visualize.
So you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that and build that ability to visualize something, that your brain at one point would have to think it's so true that the world would meet you and put it into your life.
Your thoughts dictate your standard dictates your behaviors dictates your reality. It all combines. Every single part of it combines just from a thought. We have thousands of thoughts every single day. How many of them do you inherit? How many of them do they get rewired to the version that you're becoming on who you want to be? When your thinking expands, your decisions expands, and then your life then expands. And when your life expands, you start believing that there's more to life. And that starts with here. That starts with our thoughts. That starts with our mind. That starts with our belief. I believe that the most successful people visualize the person they want to be before they are that person. Goals. You need to understand, what is your purpose? What is your vision? What are you driving towards?
Your reality is defined by what you receive to be true. I know they're trying to teach you somewhere else to blame somebody, but you thought yourself all the way there. And until you change your thoughts, it will not change. If you think you're supposed to live in poverty, I can give you $1 billion, and in a year you'll be in poverty. Because you won't live according to the gift you got, you will live according to your thought life. And if you think you're supposed to be defeated, you will be. If you think that you're supposed to be sick, you will remain sick. If you think you're supposed to be in fear, you will continue to be in fear. Because as a man thinketh, so is the man. That don't mean a random thought to you. It means your belief system, what you have believed to be true. If you think that nobody in your family is ever going to get ahead, nobody in your family will get ahead. If you think you're supposed to be an overcomer, you will overcome. If you think you're supposed to prosper, you will prosper. If you think your marriage is supposed to make it, your marriage will make it. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
The imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known. Now, the imagination is the mental faculty out of which visions arise. Visions, pictures that we build in our mind. Most people don't use their imagination constructively. They imagine what they don't want. We've got to consciously and deliberately imagine what we do want. If we will take and sit down with a pen and ask ourselves, what do I really want? What do I really want? And write it down. And then make a written description of it in the present tense. Writing causes thinking. Thinking creates an image. And you get these images going, you're building a vision in your mind. It's the visionaries that change the world. Think of that.
Every morning when you wake up, visualize and feel exactly what it is that you want in life. You don't have to worry about how it happens. You just have to focus all of your energy on feeling as if it already happened. And if you can do that, then the right circumstances, the right people, the right opportunities will show up to get you the vision that you have for your life. Because it really isn't the universe. It is you inverse. In other words, it's everything that you think and feel inside of yourself about life is what you are calling in to your reality. You're the one creating your reality.
I created my vision, and I saw in that vision myself being up on that stage. Visualizing became a normal thing, and I never really knew that I had really a very special ability to visualize and to connect the dots, to say to myself, well, if I can see it, then it must be a reality, and I can make it a reality. So for me, the vision became a reality, so it was only then a matter of following through with the work to get there. I had to work my ass off. It is the great thing, when you go to work and you know exactly why you're working, it becomes fun.
You can get rich. Every single person watching, regardless of what country you live in, no matter how much debt you're in, no matter how screwed up your situation is, you can get rich. You can make more money than you are now. You can become financially free and financially independent. Every single one of you has what it takes because you were born to win. You were virtually designed for accomplishment. You were engineered for success, and you were endowed with the seeds of greatness. You need to understand you are limitless. What do you want to do in your life? Where do you want to go? What do you want to make happen? What do you want to make happen for between now and the end of the year? Think about it for a moment. Don't think of why you can't. Doesn't matter how much money you've got. Doesn't matter how much help you've got. Build a vision of what you would like to accomplish between now and the end of the year. And then make a written description of that vision. Paint the picture with words. You can go either way with this. You can start writing the picture and it'll come on the screen of your mind. Or build a picture and then paint it with words. Vision is going to direct your life if you let it. Use it constructively. See what you want. Don't spend any time thinking of what you don't want. When you get a picture in here, make it big, make it beautiful.
When you make up your mind to be defined by a vision of the future instead of the memories of the past, all you have to do is make a decision. And you just got to have a clear intent on what you want. And so learn, study, get something in your brain that's going to stimulate you about what's possible. And then begin to dream or begin to build a model of what it could look like. And don't let go